Hi, I'm Chris Feak, and I'm here to talk to you about the third edition of Academic Writing for Graduate Students, which we have recently revised. John Swales, my co-author, and I have been working on this for quite some time, and we're very excited. The book has been substantially revised from Chapter 1 to Chapter 8, and what I'd like to do right now is to talk a little bit about Unit 1 in particular, because I think in that chapter we've made some very important changes that I think better reflect our understanding of academic writing. One of the major changes in Unit 1 has to do with our section on flow of ideas. And in the past, what we did is we really emphasized connectors and the use of connectors in order to have a text that flowed very well in terms of the information. But we also realized that telling students to use connectors really wasn't the best advice because, as we all know, academic writers don't use that many connectors in their writing. They tend to use other devices in order to connect their ideas in the text. So, for instance, we know from research that authors tend to follow an old to new pattern of information flow, and that was completely missing in the previous editions, and we really wanted to get that in to the new edition. So there's a nice expanded section on that as well. Another change that we made is to try to avoid giving students rules of what they should or should not be doing, and instead offer them suggestions for what they might consider as they're writing their text. So rather than saying something like, don't use connectors when you're, don't use contractions when you're writing, we're saying, well, maybe you should think about whether it would be appropriate to use contractions in writing, because in some fields the use of contractions is perfectly acceptable. So we want students to think about the choices that they're making stylistic rather than just trying to rigidly follow a set of rules. We've also updated the texts in the book, this chapter of the book. In particular, we've updated the reading that goes with our little discussion on problem solution. So this time around, we've chosen a text that focuses on Ghana, a country that has not previously been represented in any of our work before. In fact, we haven't really represented any country from Africa in our work, and we believe that it was important to reflect a little bit more the changing face of our students. We're tending to get more students from African countries, and we thought, why not include them in the text as well? And we really like the addition that we have, and hope that others will appreciate what we have offered it by way of problem solution text. Other changes in the book include just fresher tasks, updated items within the task, so that users of the previous editions will find something new, but also something that still looks a little bit familiar.